It is good to be back. Way back in March of this year, when COVID hit the UK and lockdown started, I followed the government guidelines and I packed up and left my beloved studio, and I have been working from home for the last 5 or 6 months. March, April, May, June, July. 6 months. Wow. 6 months. Yeah, so I've been working at home for the last 6 months, and you will have seen my home studio set up in all of my previous vlogs. I do feel like I got to the place where I was really happy with it because I put a lot of effort into making it a nice space for me to work, even though it wasn't this nice space. I personally think it's really important to have a nice place to work, especially if you're working from home. And as someone who's been a freelancer for a number of years, this is one of the many tricks I have learnt. So obviously the first thing I did was make my home studio look really nice and feel really nice to me. And it's been great. I have not really struggled with it at all, which has been a nice surprise. But things are tentatively opening back up, and I decided it was time to come back. So as you can see, I work from a shepherd's hut. I live in Dorset, if you didn't know, and I live in a tiny village, and then my studio, which is the shepherd's hut, is basically a shed on wheels, is in my nearest town, so it's about a 5-minute drive from my house. And I'm sure I don't need to tell you how nice it feels to actually get out of the house. But this is something that I think I built it into a really big thing, like coming back and moving back to my studio. It became something that had started to give me a lot of anxiety, and so I've been putting it off. I probably could have come back a couple of months ago, but I also wanted to be a bit sensible with COVID and make sure that I felt comfortable. I share a bathroom with the nearest building, so yeah, but I feel like it's time, and it is good to be back. It is very good to be back. So yeah, I have been kind of popping in over the last few weeks to do some sorting and tidying, because I left in quite a hurry back in March. So I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable with it. There's definitely still things that need to be sorted. All of my packing for my shop is actually going to stay at home. I've taken over essentially the cupboard under the stairs at home, which you will have also seen in previous vlogs. And my studio feels a lot cleaner and calmer not having all of my stock, especially because Etsy has really picked up recently, well, since lockdown, so I have a lot more stock now and a lot more packing materials, and I deal with a higher volume of orders. So that's all going to be staying at home, and this is going to be my creative space. So without further ado, I'm going to make some things. Hey, Editing Tink here. I realised watching this back that I didn't say how phenomenally grateful I am to have such a busy shop at the moment. It's really a life-changing thing for me to be able to earn a living from Etsy, and from my work as an illustrator in general, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to everyone who has been making purchases recently. Yeah, how busy I am is constantly blowing my mind, and I really did not express that in that very short clip. Yeah, thank you so much to anyone who is supporting my shop at the moment. It's just wonderful. So I was talking about my Etsy origins and how when I first started my shop I was actually doing more graphic design stuff, and these were actually stickers that I used to sell in my shop, and I just found them in my drawer when I was going through it, having just come back to my studio, and I thought you guys might like to see them. As you can see, they're completely different to the stuff I do now, still like loads of bold colour, and they actually perfectly match my nail varnish, unintentional. But yeah, I guess what I'm saying is it's totally fine to start off doing one thing and then completely change your mind. That's what I did with my shop, and it worked really well, and it wasn't really a conscious decision. I just became more interested in illustration, so I started doing illustration stuff, and this one was the first sticker I did that is based on an illustration of mine, obviously. Yeah. So you can see fairly abrupt transition, but I think it's important to do what you are actually interested in. I have also just found these in a drawer, and I have a few more as well, but these are my these are my pink denim jacket enamel pins, which I drew after buying a fabulous jacket on eBay. And these have been sold out in my shop for a while, so yeah, I'm going to do a little mini restock. I think I've found about 8 of them. So if you want one, grab one, because I am probably not going to be making these again anytime soon. I also found these ceramics I made a really long time ago, like a few years ago, it must be now. Most of them are imperfect, like they've got blemishes, like you can see here, if it will focus. Yeah, you can see she's just got a little, it's not chipped, it's just the paint, the underglaze layer. So yeah, these are ones I probably, well, I will never sell, but I thought you guys might be interested in seeing them, including this slightly scary cat with a strangely humanoid face. I don't really know what I was thinking with that one, but you know, everyone makes mistakes. I would actually really like to do some more ceramics. I have a friend who runs a pottery studio a few villages over, so maybe when things have calmed down a bit, if you guys would like to see some more ceramics in my shop, I could do some more. This is one that I do actually really like. It's very kind of sketchy and scrappy and naive, but yeah, this one I won't be selling because I like it and it makes me happy. It's just a little mermaid brushing her hair. Yeah. Hope you guys like them. Let me know what you think, and if you would like me to make some more ceramics on YouTube, that might be fun. We could do ceramics together. One of my favourite parts of it is all of these windows. Get tons of natural light and it's really lovely. recorded this whole thing and then realised that my camera battery had died. So let's try that again. Hi, it is Wednesday and I am dressed up to the point that I'm wearing not PJs and makeup because I have just finished recording my workshop for Adobe Max this year, which is exciting but also stressful because I've been really worried about it and I want to do a good job, but I'm also super tired at the moment, so I'm just yeah, I've done the best that I can and that's all I can ask for of myself. But I'm also giving a talk this evening. Well, it's this evening for me, it's actually morning because I'm giving it to people based in California, so I'm doing it at 6 PM UK time, which, if you know anything about me, is a little bit past my bedtime. No, it's not actually past my bedtime, but I normally don't work that late because I prefer to start my day early and end it early. Yeah, but obviously for a one-off it's fine, it's cool to be giving a workshop. But that's why I have timed it in with the Adobe Max thing, because then I only have to get dressed up once. This is my life now. I want to go outside more. Also, I realised I kind of gave you this lovely intro to the studio under false pretenses because it's actually being painted this week, the outside is at least, so you won't actually see any more of the studio for this vlog, but next week I promise we will be back, which I'm super excited about. Anyway, I've been working non-stop all day, so I'm gonna go down, make a cup of tea, and then veg out a little bit, I think, until my talk this evening, because I'm already super tired. I'm having a really my brain is melting, can you tell? I'm having a really tired week this week, so I have some formatting I need to do for sticker sheets for my shop updates. I think I'm gonna make a cup of tea and do that. Yeah, I need a cup of tea. I'm gonna go. Bye. How pretty!
So I didn't actually paint these on camera because, I don't know, I think I just needed to chill out and paint, and sometimes, not all the time, sometimes it doesn't bother me, but sometimes I feel the camera peering over my shoulder, so yeah, I just needed to paint for myself, I think. You know, well, I don't know if you do know, regularly when I'm painting something, I'll have a moment where I make like this really big mistake and I'll be like, oh, okay, there's no coming back from this, the painting's ruined. And I cannot tell you how many near-death experiences I had with this page. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had multiple occasions in each of the tiny little boxes. Like, they're so small, you wouldn't think that you'd be able to fit a lot of mistakes into them, but yeah, somehow I succeeded. But I am actually kind of pleased with how they came out. They're, I mean, for what they are, they're tiny little paintings. Yeah, I do think it's funny how the more you work on something, you can only see the mistakes, so hopefully I'll kind of look back at them in a few days and be like, okay, they're not quite as crap as I thought. But I really like the wiggles. I suppose I should actually show you instead of just pointing to them. I really like the wiggles. This is pretty much my colour palette at the moment, and I think it's really fun. I might turn it into a foam background, I'm not sure, but I did a little happy little sun surrounded by wiggles as well. So yeah, that has taken me like the last 3 hours. Honestly, I really needed a break from shop update stuff, so yeah, it was really nice to sit down and paint, and now I'm gonna get back to work.